Hello students, uh, welcome to class. Today is our new chapter, economic importance of bacteria and fungi. Okay, so today we will study about just general studies. Okay, about the bacteria. So in this session we will talk about some property of bacteria. For example, size, its shape, its structure, its mode of movement, mode of nutrition, respiration, and mode of reproduction. Okay, so see, in general the bacteria are mostly unicellular. Okay, they are unicellular. Okay, they have only one cell and they are prokaryotes. They are called prokaryotes. Prokaryotic means karyo word means nucleus and pro means primitive. Okay, they do not have a definite nucleus. Okay, and they do not have nuclear membrane. Okay, so their chromosomes are spread in the cytoplasm. Okay, they have only one single chromosome which is spread in the center of the cytoplasm. Okay, there is no nucleus, there is no nuclear membrane. Another thing, size. If we talk about size, it's 0.2 mm thick and 2 micrometer long. Okay, it may vary with different types of bacteria. And next, the shape. If we talk about shape, there are so many shapes of the bacteria. For example, one is Kochi, second Bacilli, Spirilla, and Vibrio. Kochi are spiral in shape, spherical in shape. Okay, Bacilli are rod shaped, rod like. Spirilla are twisted like this, and Vibrio are comma shaped like this. They are comma shaped bacteria. Okay, one more thing, if the bacteria live in they may live freely or they may live in pair. Okay, if they live in pair they are called Diplococi. Okay, if they live in cluster means if they live in groups, then it is called Staphylococcus. Okay, Staphylococcus. Then next is structure of bacteria. Okay, if you just see the structure, it have cell wall, outermost layer is cell wall, then you have cell membrane. Okay, inside this you have cytoplasm. In center there is chromosomes and flagellum. Okay, this flagellum is used for the locomotion, for the movement. Okay, and there are some food particles like glycogen granules. Glycogen. Sometimes it produces a slimy layer outside the cell wall, a slimy layer for the protection. Okay, it is called capsule. Okay, and it also contains plasmids. Okay, this is the structure of the bacteria. Okay, these are the parts. It's very simplest form. Okay, it has only one cell. It is only one single cell. Okay, then movement. Come to movement. Mostly they do not do any effort for the movement. They passively transport with wind or with water or with other mode of transportation. Okay, passively transport. But the flagellum, they have these two flagellum. They have whip-like flagellum. These both are also used for the movement. Okay, for the locomotion. So you can say that bacteria move by the means of flagellum. Okay. After this, nutrition. If we talk about nutrition, some bacteria contains chlorophyll. Okay, some bacteria have chlorophyll. For example, cyanobacteria. Okay, cyanobacteria have chlorophyll. They can make their own food, so they are autotrophs. they are autotrophs. But some are heterotrophs. They do not have chlorophyll. They are called heterotrophs. In this mode, the bacteria may live in two types. For example, they are parasite and they are saprotrophs. In parasitic mode, the bacteria lives in a host body, in a living body. Okay, it lives in a living body. Okay, so it completely depends on the host for the nutrition. But the saprotrophs are those which are dependent on the dead and decaying materials. For example, dead animals or dead plants, dead leaves. Okay, they depend on these things for their nutrition. Okay, so there are two types, parasite and saprotrophs. Parasite on the living body and saprotrophs on the dead body. After that comes to respiration. Respiration, they do respiration by two modes. One is aerobic and another one is anaerobic. Aerobic is respiration in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic is in the without oxygen, you can say, okay, in the absence of oxygen. Anaerobic bacteria, they do not need oxygen for the respiration. Okay. Last one is reproduction. They do asexual reproduction. Okay, asexual means one bacteria can produce its new young one. Okay, one bacteria have one chromosome, then it starts to divide itself. Okay, how? Firstly, it will duplicate its chromosome, then the division will start in the bacteria. Okay, so mostly bacteria do asexual reproduction. That means they do not need any other bacteria to produce next generation or next young ones. Okay, they divide themselves. Okay, firstly they will duplicate their DNA, and then it will divide their own body. Okay, and they reproduce very much faster. Okay, at very fast rate they do the reproduction. Okay, so this is the basic general study about the bacteria. Okay, in next session we will study about the importance of bacteria. Okay, how they are important for us economically. Okay, thank you.